On the program today, we focus on the controversial APC primaries to determine who gets the party ticket to run for the Anambra Central Senatorial District seat. Delegates are weary, some are agitated as the party keeps mum over the exercise. What is the way out? That's our main talking point on politics today. Thank you everyone for joining in. I'm Sheung Okin Baloye. Well, politics in Nigeria is more or less a man's world. Women participation has been a huge war. For example, there are only about 9 women at the 8th Senate out of the 109 currently sitting at the upper chamber. That is a miserable 9% of the entire population of the Nigerian Senate. Sadly, that unimpressive representation is threatening constraining the appeal court judgment which declared the Anambra Central Senatorial District seat vacant and ordered a fresh election. The implication of that is that there will be election in February, and so the APC and PDP are searching for flag bearer. The APC process of getting that done is getting rather messy and more controversial by the day than what anyone expected. First, there were stories that one of the candidates has been disqualified. But on the day of the primaries, which is Wednesday, this past Wednesday, the exercise scheduled to start at some point during the early hours of the day did not start until nightfall. Well, delegates were agitated, and some of them are afraid something is fishy might be going on. Well, it went into late Wednesday night, but when the organizers stopped the exercise, counting began. And here is what the secretary of the primary election committee has to say.
Otherwise, they are killing the party.
Simple.
The election yesterday, which was inconclusive, we were asked to come back today by 10 o'clock. But when you look now, it's 2:30, and they've not arrived with the materials to start the election.
We are here since morning. We saw no officials to conduct the primary. So that's why people are leaving. No material, nobody, no officials.
Well, those are some of the delegates there after waiting 48 hours into that exercise. Wednesday, Thursday, they were asked to come on Thursday. And when they went there on Thursday, they waited all without none of the officials showing up for that exercise. But let me take you back to Wednesday when the counting was stopped. 3 or 4 local governments were yet to conduct their exercise, their vote in that exercise. And the organizer there, the secretary of the primary committee, came forward to announce the result so far gotten. They're sleeping on their seats after waiting, tired on the second day of the exercise. But again, tomorrow is when the organizer says, but when the tomorrow hasn't come up until now, the exercise is still not concluded. Inconclusive is what the organizers have declared the exercise. It did not go down well with some of the delegates, and they are agitated. Of course, well, let's get some interesting background information about the election. Now, let me show you some interesting facts and figures about the senatorial district. And of course, these are some of the local government areas in Anambra Central Senatorial District. Of course, the seats where the parties involved here will be fighting for when the fresh conduct of the exercise take place. Oka North, Oka South, Injikoka, Anaucha, Idamili North, Idamili South, and Dunukofia. So, of course, let us see those who actually went to that race. It's said to be one of the most keenly contested senatorial district election in Nigeria in the 2015 general election. You can see her there. Senator Uche Ekunife was a member of the House of Representatives with ABGA. She moved on to PDP where she contested and won. That's it. She was came under the platform of the PDP at that time. The second person, of course, is now a minister and the President Muhammadu Buhari cabinet. He ran on the platform of the APC. He was a former governor of the state, Senator Chris Ngige. He was the incumbent as at that time when the election went. You see, one of the reasons why this senatorial district was a keenly contested one. The third person, Victor Ume of ABGA. He was the national chairman of the party. He contested on the platform of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. He went to court to challenge that victory gotten by Senator Uche Ekunife. Let me give you an idea of how it all went down. In March, the senatorial election held, and of course, we know that the person who emerged winner was Senator Uche Ekunife, and afterward, in October, Ekunife was declared winner of the March 28th senatorial election by the senatorial election tribunal, which says that the appeal sent by ABGA and APC would not stand. And of course, she won at the tribunal. And of course, afterward, she, in December, the Court of Appeal sitting in Enugu declared the seat vacant and ordered INEC to conduct a fresh election within 90 days. And this is what has led to what we are seeing currently. Ekunife defects to the APC in January, and APC holds primaries, which is causing a lot of stir in Oka, in Anambra generally, because all the members of the party who are delegates at that election are saying, what is happening to that exercise? Of course, we know Sharon Ikeazo, who is the woman national leader of the party, is going head-to-head with this woman, Senator Uche Ekunife, and that is what is getting us talking. What is the APC saying about this exercise? Why is it that Sharon Ikeazo, the woman who is contesting against Senator Uche Ekunife at this very primaries? But let me give you an understanding of what the party is talking about right about now on this exercise. The party has come forward to say the All Progressives Congress warns against the declaration of any result from the Anambra senatorial primary election conducted by the party. Senator Domingo Obende, who was duly appointed by the party to conduct the primaries, is yet to declare a final result. Hence, any other result announced from any quarter is null and void. The media and general public is advised to await completion of the exercise. The big question here is, when will the exercise be completed? It's been declared inconclusive for 2 days now. Let me bring into the matter now a colleague of mine who has been monitoring this exercise. Of course, Joy Odinye is our correspondent in Anambra State. She joins us via telephone from Oka. Thank you so much, Joy, for joining us. Tell me, you were there on Wednesday when you got the information about these primaries and the exercise didn't finish. You were there until late night. On Thursday, you were there also until evening time. What are you hearing as of this time, and why is it that the exercise is not completed?
All right, thank you, Sean. The situation in Anambra Central Territorial Zone is very, very precarious, I must tell you. And the situation is still unclear about who the candidate of the APC is, with regard to the senatorial election. Yeah, I was there that particular day, and I tell you, it would have been an opportunity for the All Progressive Congress to make a political statement once again in Anambra State, after several years of being on the ground, so to speak. And, the ruling party is the All Progressive Grand Alliance. But what happened that day was beyond words, because delegates in their numbers from the 7 local government areas of Anambra Central Senatorial Zone gathered, very hopeful, full of expectation that the candidate of the party must emerge that day. But Unfortunately, they waited in vain, so to speak, because at the end of the day, the election was declared inconclusive. Now, from, let's say, around 7 a.m., delegates started gathering at the venue of the primary election. The panel, that is the primary election panel from Abuja, from the National Party, they came, they were there. People gathered, everybody waiting for the commencement of the exercise, but to no avail. They asked questions, no answers were given. At a point, what I will call rumor, started filtering in that one of the aspirants has been nullified. So they were asking questions. What happened? The aspirant in question was Senator Uche Kunife, who defected to the party, as we all know, when the PDP could not conduct the primary election because of the national leader of the party, that is in the state, so to speak.
Okay.
After so many agitations from the delegates, they were demanding that they should know the reason for the disqualification of Senator Uche Kunife. No answers were given. And it went all through afternoon till evening, till nothing happened.
Oh.
Then around 8 p.m., the state publicity secretary of the party now called everybody to come together that accreditation should start. People felt, very bad. Some said accreditation at that time would not, fetch them anything. They rather go ahead with the primary election so that they will finish on time and everybody will disperse. At the end of the day, they conducted the primary. But right, into the beginning of the primary, the secretary of the panel said it will stop because they could not continue. It has gone far way into the night, around 10 p.m. at that time. Only 4 local government areas were able to cast their votes, and the secretary declared the election inconclusive. But at that time, he announced the results. Uche Kunife has scored 284 votes, while Sharon Ikazo had scored 35 votes. So at that point, the election was stopped. And they announced that 10 o'clock on the dot the next day, they will conclude the primary election.
But that didn't happen, did it? That didn't happen all through the day because one of
the panel members, they are nowhere to be found.
Oh, interesting.
The people still came, but nothing happened.
Okay.
So up until now, it is still unclear who the candidate of the party, that is APC, is with regard to the senatorial election.
Joy, if you quickly tell me, Joy, are you hearing anything from the officials of the party in the state as to when this exercise will go on or will be completed?